Caryn finished, Caryn Chandler's secret identity exposed. Jacob steps in. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. For nearly 2 decades, Little People, Big World has given fans a front row seat to the ups, downs, and deeply personal struggles of the Roloff family. What began as a feel-good TLC reality show about Matt and Amy Roloff raising their children on a picturesque farm in Oregon soon evolved into one of television's longest-running family docuseries filled with love, heartbreak, business drama, and unforgettable betrayals. But as the spotlight grew brighter on the Roloffs, so did the scrutiny. Every new chapter of their lives has been picked apart by devoted fans and relentless critics. And at the heart of some of the most heated debates in recent years is none other than Caryn Chandler, Matt Roloff's longtime girlfriend, former Roloff Farms manager, and perhaps the most controversial figure ever connected to the family. Caryn's entrance into the Roloff narrative was quiet at first. She was introduced as a helpful hand on the farm, someone who worked behind the scenes to keep the sprawling property running smoothly. Yet, it wasn't long before she stepped into the limelight both because of her romantic relationship with Matt and the swirling rumors about her true intentions. Was she a supportive partner, or was she chasing the Roloff fortune? Did she want to help Matt build his legacy, or was she more focused on shaping it for herself? Over time, whispers grew louder. Fans began digging into her past, uncovering stories, speculation, and even alleged documents that suggested Caryn Chandler might not be who she claimed to be. Social media lit up with questions. Did Caryn have a hidden past she was trying to bury? Was her relationship with Matt the result of fate and careful planning? And then came the most explosive twist. Jacob Roloff, the youngest Roloff sibling, known for being outspoken and unafraid to expose uncomfortable truths about his family and TLC, suddenly entered the conversation. Jacob has long distanced himself from the show and its carefully crafted narratives, but his subtle comments and veiled criticisms of people connected to the Roloffs spark theories that he might know more about Caryn than he's letting on. Could Jacob be holding the key to Caryn's secret identity? Now, as more and more evidence piles up, the question looms, is this the end of the road for Caryn Chandler's carefully constructed public image? Has Jacob Roloff finally exposed the truth fans have been waiting to hear? Or is this just another chapter in the never-ending saga of the Roloffs, where rumors and reality blur until no one knows what to believe? What follows is a deep dive into the mystery of Caryn Chandler's secret identity, the accusations and revelations that have shaken fans, Jacob's rumored involvement in unmasking her, and whether this could mean the ultimate downfall of the woman once poised to become the new matriarch of Roloff Farms. To understand why Caryn Chandler's so-called secret identity has become a point of fascination, one must first look at the life she's built and the path that led her straight into the heart of the Roloff family saga. Caryn wasn't always a household name. Long before fans knew her face, she worked quietly behind the scenes as a manager on Roloff Farms. While Matt Roloff was busy showcasing his pumpkin patch empire on national television, Caryn played an essential role in keeping operations running smoothly. She was responsible for staffing, customer service, and ensuring that the farm, particularly the annual pumpkin season, which drew thousands of visitors every fall, was a well-oiled machine. It was in this capacity that Caryn first appeared on Little People, Big World. At first, she was simply part of the background, a familiar face to Roloff Farms visitors, but hardly a main character in the Roloff narrative. However, her presence soon became undeniable. Fans noticed how comfortable she was around Matt and how often she seemed to be at his side during farm events. At the time, Matt and Amy were still married, though their relationship was already strained. For longtime viewers, the optics were troubling. When Matt and Amy announced their separation in 2015 after nearly 3 decades of marriage, the Roloff world was shaken. The divorce was emotional, messy, and played out in front of millions. Not long after, Matt confirmed that he was in a new relationship with Caryn Chandler. This revelation was explosive. Suddenly, the woman who had been seen as a helpful employee was thrust into the spotlight as Matt's girlfriend. Critics immediately accused Caryn of being the reason behind Matt and Amy's split. Though both Matt and Amy denied that Caryn had anything to do with the divorce, the timing raised eyebrows. For many fans, Caryn's sudden rise from farm staff to romantic partner looked suspicious. Was this a love story born out of years of working closely together, or had Caryn been waiting for the right moment to step into Amy's place? These were the questions viewers debated endlessly, and they formed the foundation of Caryn's controversial reputation. As Caryn and Matt's relationship developed, so did the public's perception of her. No longer just a behind-the-scenes figure, she became a central character in the Roloff drama. She appeared on camera, attended family events, and even weighed in on major farm decisions. But the transition wasn't smooth. Amy Roloff was vocal about her discomfort with Caryn's involvement, especially when Caryn began spending more time around the Roloff children and grandchildren. Viewers could sense the tension, and many took Amy's side, painting Caryn as the other woman who had taken over Amy's life. Despite the criticism, Caryn stood by Matt. She appeared unfazed by the backlash, projecting confidence and focusing on her relationship. Over time, she began to gain supporters who admired her strength and willingness to face public judgment head-on. Still, the suspicion never fully went away. By the late 2010s, Caryn was no longer just Matt's girlfriend. She was a polarizing figure in her own right. Every move she made was scrutinized, from how she interacted with the Roloff kids to whether she was pushing Matt towards certain decisions about the farm. Her critics accused her of having ulterior motives. Was she trying to secure her place in the Roloff empire? Was she pushing Matt to sell parts of the farm? And most damning of all, did she have secrets from her past that could explain her behavior today? Caryn Chandler's rise from Roloff Farms manager to Matt Roloff's long-term partner might seem straightforward on the surface, simple story of two adults finding companionship later in life. But for fans of Little People, Big World, nothing about Caryn has ever felt simple. Instead, her presence has been shadowed by whispers, rumors, and persistent speculation about who she really is and what she truly wants. Over time, this speculation has coalesced into one explosive phrase: Caryn Chandler's secret identity. The first wave of suspicion didn't start with a bombshell revelation, but with fragments. Bits of gossip circulating among dedicated fans online. Caryn, who had worked at Roloff Farms for many years, seemed to keep her personal life deliberately private. She rarely spoke about her background, her family, or her history before TLC cameras rolled. For a woman suddenly in the public eye, this silence was unusual.
Curious.